Hi, everyone. My name is Prashant Prahlad. I am the VP of Products for Cloud Security here at Datadog. I'm very excited to be joined by Nicolas Benoist from Sezane. I'd love Nicolas to introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Nicolas. I'm the CTO of Sezane, which is a French company based in Paris. Since 10 years, we sell clothes and bags and shoes for all the people around the world. And we have shops as well as a website.
Fantastic. So, I'm curious to hear about your experience with Datadog. Can you share something with us?
Yes, of course. 10 years ago, when we launched the website, it was on-premise servers. It was complicated to maintain. So 5 years ago, we decided to go on the cloud. We chose AWS to do that. And when we chose the cloud, we needed a tool to monitor and to understand what happens on the cloud because it was quite new for us. It was easy to monitor on the on-premise servers because we only have 10 servers. So we just have to SSH on the servers, and it was, the logs are there, the information are here. It was quite easy. On the cloud, it's quite complicated, so we needed a tool to do that, and we chose Datadog to experiment and watch everything.
How has your experience been with the product? I know you're e-commerce and you sell to end customers. How has Datadog helped you?
The experience was really, really great. Every week we launch a new collection, it's new clothes, it's new dress, for example. So when we launch this, we have a very peak on the audience, and we have a lot of people who connect to the website and the apps. So we need to monitor and we need to really understand. So because of Datadog, we had the opportunity to exactly understand what happens on the client side, which was really important. We don't want that the client have slow pages loading when there is a new collection. It's the opposite. We want them to be very happy with the website and the apps, and we want the website to be much faster at this time because they want the product very fast, and we have a lot of products that are sales out, and it's not possible to buy them 5 minutes after the launch. So we need them to be very focused on the product and not on the loading of the page, on the error that you can have on the checkout process, for example. So with Datadog, we were able to understand exactly what happened. If there were an error for a client, we were able also to ask the customer service to contact the client and say, okay, we have seen an error with this client. Please contact him or her and tell her that the issue is on our side, and we will help her with the problem.
That's really great to hear. And my understanding of Sezane is you're also selling not just online, but in stores as well. So you have the in-store experience with customers purchasing the product using, checkout, physical checkout. How has that been for you managing both in-store and online with Datadog?
What we wanted to do is that our customer has exactly the same experience. If you buy on the store a dress, for example, we want that the customer go on the app, on your iOS app or Android app, and you refresh the orders list, and the order is here right now. So for us, there is no difference between in-store or web. So it was the same approach, the same API, and the same experience for the clients. We wanted them to have a fast website and a fast experience, and of course, a beautiful experience on the shop because they come for that. So we equipped our cashiers with iPhone, iPads, with an app that we developed, which use the same platforms that we monitor. So for us, it was really easy to use one tool for both channels because we don't want to make difference. It has to be the same speed, the same level of quality.
Yeah, that's really, really nice to hear. And you're also based in Europe and have stores around the world. So you probably have to deal with many different compliance and regulatory requirements, especially when you're handling sensitive data from your customers. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're managing that?
Yes, of course, you know about the GDPR, which is a European protection for the data. So we have, of course, a lot of process at the level company, but we needed some also process on the data that we log, the data that we see, the data that we collect from the customers. So with Datadog, we were able to understand the flow of the data, and it was quite complicated because, as you know, we generate a lot of data years after years. It's complicated to understand the flow and the path of all the data. So we use Datadog to do that. We also use Datadog to scan the data that we were logging to be able not to, for example, log some card numbers for personal information. Yeah. We don't want to do that. So we use such tool to really understand what we write, what we collect, and it's a great tool to help us on that.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're paving the way for other leaders who are trying to achieve the same thing, the same sort of level of performance between in-store and online experience, the same sort of adherence to complying with regulatory requirements, but also keeping your customers' data safe and not leaking any information in logs, for example. Any advice you have for others who are in a similar spot in the industry?
For us, it was kind of easy because we are only 10 years old. So we didn't have to handle all the legacy parts of the information system. So my advice will be to focus on the client and the customers. The customer's experience has to be the best, has to be the fastest possible, has to be the seamless possible. If you see an error on the checkout process, it's not good for your business. So focus on that, monitor what happens on the client side. Be careful with the data that you generate and be careful how you handle them, where you store them. You have to understand where is it. It's really important. And after that, you will be able to create new service. You will be able to create new features for your customers. And it will be really easy if you have these strong foundations.
So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing your story on how your business has been successful over the past decade and how Datadog has been a part of their journey. We're very happy to hear it.
Thank you very much.